If you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today's video is a video I've been dreading on doing and dreading thinking about, and that's trading Goodfellow goaltender of our Columbus Blue Jackets, Sergei Bobrovsky, here at the trade deadline before the season ends, because, I mean, it's been pretty well rumored he doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't want to play here, we don't want to sign him to enough money. Clearly, he's not happy here now. Whatever it is, us Blue Jackets organization, we have the tendency to scare all the good players away. Personally, 29-year-old, I don't know if I want to pay Bobrovsky 8 years regardless for the money that he wants, and I think that's part of the problem as well. But that leaves the question on who would be willing to trade for Sergei Bobrovsky. We're going to go over 4 teams today, and we're going to see what they have to give up for him. It really is a really interesting situation here with the Blue Jackets, because a lot of these teams that want to trade for him, they might not be considering, like the Flyers. The Flyers seem to be talked about a lot, but do the Flyers sound like a team that want to give up a lot for Bobrovsky, considering they got Carter Hart, who, you know, they want to be the future of their franchise, so they don't want to lock somebody like Bobrovsky down for 7 or 8 years and be like, yeah, we'll just keep Sergei Bobrovsky now and go ahead and, you know, not worry about the guy we drafted and waste all that money and waste some draft picks to get Bobrovsky. I feel like it had to be something where they're like, oh, Bobrovsky can go out there for 1 season for us, finish the season off, help us win some playoff games. But see, that's the tricky thing. The Blue Jackets could trade for him for that reason, right? The Blue Jackets are top of the Metro. What was top of the Metro? Did we fall down? We just got to the top. I know that. Just got there. So it doesn't make sense to trade away your stud goalie. Same thing with Panarin. You don't want to trade these guys away when you're in the middle of making a playoff run yourself. But wow, Bobrovsky's value is maxed out in NHL 19. It is going to take quite a bit to get Sergei Bobrovsky off some of these teams. I don't even know where to start. I can't believe he is that high. It's most certainly going to take draft picks, I think. Maybe we start with Vorobyev. I don't even know how to say his name. Is that right? Vorobyev? Vorobyev? I don't know. I'm not a Flyers fan. I'm sorry. But we want him. I'm interested. So, you know, there's that. It's going to take that. The Flyers are willing to wheel and deal a first-round draft pick. No, but they're going to have to. It's going to take a first round. It's going to take Vorobyev. And like I said, I want to try to keep this to where we don't give up good players, because the Flyers seem like a team where if they were to get Bobrovsky, it doesn't really make sense unless they see Carter Hart being, you know, prime time ready in 5 years. But they already made him make the big jump. I don't know. He hasn't been playing too bad. He really hasn't. I mean, he's cooled off a little bit, I think, but he's been playing pretty solid in front of a defense that is far from very good. I'm sorry there, Philadelphia. I mean, it's going to be good. That's what's crazy. Like, I'm talking bad about Philly's defense, but their defense is going to be pretty sick. Just a bunch of young guys, but when they get some experience going, they're going to be pretty nasty. So if we go 2 first rounds, Vorobyev for Bobrovsky, the bar is still too small. But I think we stop there. Why do we stop there? Because, let's be honest, this is ridiculous, first of all. Second of all, it's a rental. Do you think they'd give up 2 first rounds for a rental? I don't think so. Maybe 1 first round? That seems ridiculous. So if I were to say I would trade possibly with the Blue Jackets and Flyers, maybe a first round. Maybe. That seems far-fetched. Clearly, EA doesn't agree. Now, it's kind of the point of the video was to get where EA would agree. So we'll show you what EA's thinking they have to give up for Bobrovsky. And that's, you know, we'll throw another first-round draft pick on there. And this is why we don't do trade to the EA a lot of the times, because I think they like to, you know, win the trade slightly. It's going to take 3 first-round draft picks. It's going to take 3 firsties for Sergei Bobrovsky to go to the Flyers, according to EA. That's about even right there. Next, we're going to move over to the Colorado Avalanche. What is going on in Colorado? They turned it around. They was like 1-7-2 in their last 10 last time I looked. Maybe they could use a goaltender. I mean, it sounds nice. Maybe they can, you know what, give away that Ottawa Senators first-round draft pick. But what a nice team Ottawa is. They take away Matt Duchene. You know, it improved Colorado. Granted, Matt Duchene does great. He clearly wasn't working in Colorado. They get rid of him. They become a playoff team. Not only do they become a playoff team, but they're going to be a playoff team that gets possibly a #1 overall pick this year. For Ottawa, but wow, wasn't that just a generous gift? But maybe Colorado doesn't want to give away that first-round draft pick. Maybe they want to give away Martin Kaut. I am not good with names. I think Colorado, let me look at their goalies. I feel like Colorado's a team where, you know what, they could say, you know what, I could take Bobrovsky and we could extend him. So maybe we're willing to give up a little bit more. Am I wrong for saying that? It looks pretty accurate. It doesn't look like, at least according to EA, they don't have anybody in the system right now. So I feel like maybe that's something, you know, Colorado would be willing to wheel and deal. I don't know if they'd give up more than him and a second-round draft pick. Does that get us pretty even? That's still not even enough. Maybe we throw on a 3rd-round draft pick. We throw on, how's that look? That looks pretty good. A 3rd, a 2nd, young stud for Sergei Bobrovsky for Colorado. That's a lot to give up. What are you guys thinking over there in Colorado? Imagine putting that two-time Vezina winner behind McKinnon, though, and giving the Blue Jackets a nice prospect. That's kind of what I was thinking about. Next thing we have here is we got to go in some sort of order here. We're going to go to the St. Louis Blues. I feel like, again, the St. Louis Blues are in the same boat as the Avalanche. I could be wrong. Let me make sure I'm not missing something here. Where, you know, they are looking for a goalie for the long run. They thought Jake Allen could be it, and he's just flopping on his face. For whatever reason, it's a St. Louis Blues thing where their goalies, they got to split time. It's almost like what Matt Murray does. If they ain't splitting time with their other player, filling that competition by their backup, they just don't play as well. And even then, Jake Allen's been struggling, and the St. Louis Blues, people are saying don't blame Allen, blame the defense, which is true. The Blues defense hasn't been the greatest, but some people might think, what if we do get a goaltender like Sergei Bobrovsky? Can we fix our problems here? So let's see what the St. Louis Blues would take. We will presume that the Blues want to sign him long term. Let me look at Jake Allen's contract real quick. 3 years remaining, $4 million. I mean, it's not a terrible contract. They could wheel and deal it, I guess. But we're going to presume that they want to keep him and lock him up. So let's see what the St. Louis Blues have to give up to the Blue Jackets. I do not know how to say any of these prospects. Klim Kostin! We'll take him, coach. Wow, bottom 6 forward. The disrespect, EA. Disrespect. I guess it's not completely loaded. We'll take Kostin for a cheapie. We're going to go big here, though. We're going to say we want Kyrou. Again, I know I'm saying his name wrong, so, you know, there's that. And then it's obviously going to take more than that for our good friend Sergei Bobrovsky. So we're going to go out there and we're going to throw in a draft pick. What kind of draft pick? We're talking a 2021. The Blues don't have a first-round draft pick this year? St. Louis, what are you guys doing? You're not going to have one next year either now because you're getting Sergei Bobrovsky. Maybe it works out for you. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. But you're going to give up a first. And clearly you're going to have to give up a second. First, second, it's going to take a lot more than that. Okay, this is getting a little expensive. I don't think the Blues want to pay this much for Sergei Bobrovsky. We might be able to stop at a second in Kyrou for Bobrovsky and say that might be something the Blues are willing to wheel and deal. That might even be a lot. But again, we're going to see what EA wants here. They want a first, a second. It's probably going to take another first. To be honest, it's going to take another first. There it is. Another first. We could probably knock the second off. 2 firsts for Bobrovsky. Again, it's almost favored in the Blue Jackets a little bit still. I don't know if EA would accept that. But that's what we'd be talking about here. 2 firsts for Bobrovsky. The asking price, I'm actually kind of surprised how high Bobrovsky's trade value is in this game, especially being on a 1-year contract. I thought they put a patch in for that. I guess they don't get cheaper until the end of the year, even though it is a contract year. But last but not least, we're going to go over to a surprise team this year. Some thought they weren't going to be too well, and they've been doing pretty solid. And as the New York Islanders, Robin Lehner, man, he's been pretty sick lately. So I really don't know where the Islanders are thinking goaltender-wise here. Maybe we'll play just, you know, to do half and half. We'll say that they only want him for a rental. And Robin Lehner, like I said, he's been playing pretty solid. He's been playing great, but how long is he going to do that? How long can they expect Robin Lehner, who in his career hasn't really put up outlandish? Wow, look at the farm system in New York. Wow, we are not allowed having those guys, though. We just said they're going for a 1-year rental. I mean, in EA's mind, no, Ho-Song for Bobrovsky, it would take Ho-Song plus, which is ridiculous for a 1-year player. But hypothetically speaking, we're talking Ho-Song in a second-round draft pick for Sergei Bobrovsky, according to EA. But if we were to look at something maybe a little bit more realistic for the New York Islanders, maybe we talk a second-round draft pick. And, wow, where do we go from here? So what kind of forwards they got, I guess? You could send me Ho-Song. I wouldn't judge. Bellows, maybe? You think they give up Bellows? Does that seem steep, too? Bellows in his second for Bobrovsky? To be fair, I mean, I'm acting like we're giving up too much, but I know how these trades, or not giving up enough or giving up too much, whatever. I know how these trades work, though. You get to the end of the year, and guys don't. Some guys go for a lot. Some guys don't. But at the end of the day, Bobrovsky can't win playoff games. Hate to say it. But he's a stud and a half behind that, though. You know, you're talking a top-tier goal you're trading for here. It might actually, you know, even for a rental, somebody might be willing to give up a first. Did somebody not give up a first? Was it Shattenkirk that was giving up a first for? And if you consider a team like the Islanders that they think they're going to make playoffs and make a deep run at the, you know, Bobrovsky, it's going to be a late first, so it's something I'd be willing to give up. So we'll say a first, a second, and Bellows. That's actually somewhat relevantly close to even. So that's 4 teams who went out there and said, what do they got to give up to get Sergei Bobrovsky? We showed you what EA was thinking, kind of give you a little bit of my own opinion. I'm not a GM, nor am I inside the clubhouse on these teams, so I could be completely off base. Try to do my best, though, on thinking what they might be willing to give up. Obviously, a lot of teams are wanting to give up prospects, maybe draft picks more than prospects. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are thinking. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.